Hello.
Hello,
Hi, Ryan. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you.
Okay. How is your health?
I'm good now.
Oh, great. I'm very happy to hear that. Great. It's been a long time, actually. Great. And I hope also that you have resolved the problem of connection that you have. Did you manage to resolve the problem of connectivity?
Not yet, but it's better this week.
Right. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Great. I hope so. Well, okay. So I'm very happy to see you. Great. And I hope that everyone, great, in the family is fine. And let's go. We'll try to get started. Great. We have a couple of, a very important lesson to deal with today. But before that, let's start with a very simple challenge. Great. Okay. So I'm going to give you right now gonna give you right now a certain I'm going to draw a certain picture, and you've got to tell me what is it about, right? And you've got to tell me what is it about and describe, let's say, the thing or the objects I'm going to draw. We're going to go live, great, Ryan, all right? So we're gonna be live right now, right, on my YouTube channel, right? Just to all right, good. All right, so here we go, guys. Now I'm going to draw the following picture, and then you tell me what is it about. Great. So, here we go. Okay. All right. Can you tell me what is this picture about?
It's a lemon.
It's a lemon. Very nice. Good. All right. So, how would you describe the lemon? When you
The lemon is so spicy.
so spicy, is it spicy?
Not spicy. It's
Sa, 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 sa,
uh,
sa, sour, right?
yes, sour, sour.
Oh, that's the word, right? Yes. We see here the lemon is sour, right? The lemon is sour. Very nice. Good. How about the honey? How would you do you describe honey? What would you say?
It's sweet.
Wow, very nice, great, good. You say the honey is sweet. Good job, great. Well, I would like you, Ryan, to give me a sentence, describing the lemon, great, and the honey, great, and linking between these two sentences using buts, right? I would like you to use buts to link between these two. Can you make it?
The lemon is sour, but the honey is sweet.
Great job. Very good. Yeah. Lemon is, generally speaking, lemon is sour, but honey is so sweet. Good. Well, let me give you more words, right? Two pairs again of words, and they would like you to do the same, right? How would you describe the rabbits? I have here rabbits, right? So how would you describe the rabbits, right?
The rabbit
What?
is fast.
Very nice. Yeah, the rabbit is fast. Good job. How about the turtle? Turtle.
He's too slow.
Oh, yes, it's very slow. Right, very nice. Yeah, it's slow. Right, yes, very good. Okay, so can you link between these two statements again, or two using what?
The turtle is slow, but the rabbit is fast.
Very, yes, the turtle, great, is slow, but the rabbit is fast or very fast. Very good. Okay, so let's go maybe to another thing. It's gonna be two things, great. We got, well, I have here two, great. I have here two things, great, here. Do you know what is this, great? Do you know what is, excuse me, give me just one second. Do you know what we call this, Ryan?
This is a gamepad.
This is a gamepad. Very nice. That's it. Right, good. And this is another
Gamepad.
gamepad, guys. Yes, this is maybe a Bluetooth gamepad, and this is a wired gamepad, right? Or USB, guys, a gamepad. Well, let's say that this is gamepad 1 and gamepad 2. How can you describe this, these two things, right, together?
Okay.
Yeah. What's
The
Is
the
one
right controller is the right controller is new, but the other controller is old.
Oh, very nice. Good job. Great. And in terms of price, من ناحية ديال لو prix, right? In terms of price, how do you say?
Okay. The left controller is cheap, and the right controller is
What?
costs
In one word, في كلمة واحدة, what do you say?
expensive.
Expensive. Very good. Excellent. Great. Yes. This controller is expensive, but this gamepad, right, is very old. So game controller, or we say gamepad, guys. Yes, we say game controller, or guys, again, guys, gamepad, guys. Good. All right, very good. Yes, game controller or gamepad. Great, very nice. Have you ever used it game controller in order to control a robot or something? Never?
Yes.
You did, right? Good job, great. That's good, great. Nice. Okay, so that's it, great. So let's have one more, great. One more example, great, maybe. So let's see that this is here. We got mobile phone here. And then we have here, right, maybe this is an I. Okay. This is, yes, right here. And this is another mobile phone, right? Well, right, here we have some mobile phones here, right, Ryan, right? So we got, this is Nokia, right, mobile phone, right? And
Yes.
this is an let's see, this is an iPhone, guys. I'm not sure, guys. Where is the camera in iPhone? Is it in the middle or on the right side?
On the right side.
The right side, okay. I'm not sure, guys. Well, and this is an iPhone, guys. Yes, and this is, let's say, Samsung, guys. Samsung, guys. I'm not sure, but yes, I think it's with A. This is a Samsung mobile phone, guys. Yes. So which one do you think is the most expensive here? Which one do you think is the most expensive?
The most expensive is the iPhone.
The iPhone is the most expensive, guys. Good. What if we say that this Nokia phone, let's say that it costs about let's say let me say, right, just like one hand, let's say not 100, right, $250 dollars, guys. And this Samsung, for instance, costs also $250, guys. What would you say? How can you compare this Nokia phone and Samsung phone here?
The Nokia's price is the same as the Samsung price.
Great, very nice, good. Always say, if we think, is it $250? Is it expensive or cheap? It depends.
It's
Well,
cheap.
all right, cheap, right? Okay, let's say that it's $800. All right, let's say it's $800. Guys, is it expensive or cheap?
It's expensive.
Expensive, right? Good. So here we can say that this Nokia phone is as expensive as I mean Samsung, right? As this Samsung phone, right? Okay, they have the same, just the same price, but the iPhone is the most expensive, of course. All right, so these are things that we call adjectives, right? Okay, so here we go. Great. Okay, so here we can distinguish, Ryan, between three types of adjectives that we have to pay attention to, or let's say two, adjectives in general, but one of them can be divided into two, right? All right, so we have adjectives that are, right, irregular, right? they are called regular adjectives, right? All right. Regular adjectives, I mean, if we want to compare between those two adjectives, if we want to make a comparison to create a comparative form of that adjectives, there is a rule that we can, regular, right, a rule that we have to follow, right? And if we want to make the superlative form to say that this is the best or the worst, so there is also a rule, right, in order to form or to change that adjective to take the right form. And also if we want to make equality, right, or equatives, also we have a rule that we have to follow, that we can follow. So it's very easy, right? You just need to follow the rule. And these irregular adjectives can be divided into two categories, right? We got adjectives that are called short adjectives, right? Why are they called short adjectives? Because they consist only of one syllable, right? They consist only of one, right, syllable, right? What does it mean, a syllable? شنو syllable؟ مقطع صوتي, right? So,
some letters they have a minimum one vowel.
All right.
To make a syllable.
Okay, so here we are talking about the sounds. كنهضروا على الأصوات هنا, not necessarily the letters, right? C'est pas nécessairement les lettres, right? الحروف, ولكن الأصوات ديال الحروف, right? So we have two categories. We have what we call a closed syllable, right? Closed syllable. What does it mean? A closed syllable is a syllable that begins with the consonant, right, plus a vowel, and then again there is another consonant at the end, right? Okay, it's a vowel between two consonants. That's why it's called closed. كنبداوها بكونسونون وكاين فويال and then at the end, right, there is a consonant, right? وكاين واحد consonant كيسد علينا الطريق, right? That's why it's called closed right, syllable, like big, right? Here we got big, we got B as a consonant, and then we got I as a vowel, and then we have a consonant كيسد علينا. إلا ما كانش هذا الكونسونون غنقولوا بي, right, ولا باي, right? Okay, so بلا حدود غيولي في هذه الحالة what? It's gonna be open syllable, right? An open syllable, right? So open syllable, you have a consonant plus a vowel. There is no another consonant, that's at the end. Just like when you say cry, dry, right? We say it is right, not dry. Dry is a verb, right? Yes, but as a consonant, right? Forget about the adjective. As a word, ككلمة ولا كadjective, right? Yeah, dry is an adjective, great. We got here, and dry can be also used as a verb, right? Okay. We have a consonant at the beginning. This is a consonant. D and R, it's a consonant. But at the end, right, we hear that there is, vowel sound, right? بس تديش على لي لتر ولكن دي على الصوت. We say dry, I, this is a, vowel sound, right? It's not a consonant, right? Okay, and then high again, high, great, good. All right, these are, when we have a consonant and a vowel sound, that means it's an open, right, syllable, right? Okay, that's it, right? So this is what we call short adjective, is if there is only one syllable, right? And the second type of regular adjectives is a long adjective, of course, it's opposite, right? Long adjectives, right? A long adjective is an adjective that consists of two or more syllables. Examples of the word that we talked about right now, adjective here, comparing Nokia and the other ones, right? We see that the iPhone is expensive. It's the most expensive. So we have here the word expensive. In your opinion, Rayane, how many syllables are there in the word expensive? How many syllables are there? You just pronounce the word and see how many syllables are there, right? Expensive. We got X.
Pen.
Pen.
Sieve.
Sieve. So how many are they?
3.
Very nice. We got only 3 syllables, right? Okay, so this is our long adjective, okay? And why did we say that there are 2 kinds of adjectives? Because if the adjective is short, there is a certain rule that we have to follow, which has to do with short adjectives, right? And if
Yes.
it is long, there is another greater rule which is really relevant to long adjectives, right? Okay, so this is what we call a regular adjective. This is number 1. We'll come to the details, while sharing, the document with you. Great. The second type of adjectives is called irregular adjectives, of course, right? I mean, there is right here. Number 2 is irregular adjectives, right? So is there any specific rule for irregular adjectives if you want to make comparatives or superlatives or equatives? Is there a rule that we have to follow?
I don't think.
I don't think so. No, you have to be sure, right, that there is no rule. The only rule is that you just need to learn them. You need to learn to know them, right, and learn them by heart and through experience and getting familiar with great with these adjectives through reading. It's very important too. So there is no rule. You just need to have some examples, and through the time and through reading, you can discover more and more. Okay, so here we go. Let me share with you right now the document and discover the rule again in details, and then we'll go to praxis. Right. Well, let me share the document right away. All right. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. So here we have, the general summary of the rule, which has to do with the form, with the forming adjectives or adjectives formation, if so to speak. How to form, great, the comparative. Alors, nous avons 3 formes اللي خصنا نعرفوا, great, how to form them. Number 1 is comparative. It means how to compare between 2 things, right? Say that this one is great, great. You make comparison. We make comparison in terms of one, the things that combines the, these adjectives together. I mean, there is one common thing between these 2 things, right? And then we have number 2, superlative. Here we have only one thing, which is the best over everything, over the other, elements of the same category, maybe, guys. And then we have equality or equatives. It means that, right, between 2 things or maybe 3 things or more, right, they have the same thing, right? Okay, so for the short adjectives now is what we call the 1-syllable adjective, right? All right, so 1-syllable adjective, it means short adjective. So in order to make the comparative form, what should we do if we want to compare between 2 things? We put the adjective and then we add ER. Okay. Plus, of course, then, because we compare between 2 things, I have 2 things which are big. Both of them are big, right? Let's throw it, great, put it here, and great, make it clear here. I have 2 stones. I have 2 stones. One stone is like this, right? It's big, but the other one is bigger, right? So here we see here, the stone number 2 is bigger than stone number 1. Bigger, right? So we have to add ER, right, in order to form the comparative. Sometimes your attention here, Rayane, right? If the adjective ends in E, voilà, si nous avons l'adjectif déjà se termine avec E, est-ce qu'on va ajouter ER, right, encore fois, right? We add only R. We add only R. Example, we have here large. كبير, ça veut dire grand, right? Large, right? Large, right? Large. So we only have E, we already have E at the end. So what do we do here? We simply add only R, right? Yes. Now, that's for the comparative. For the superlative, as you can see here, we have to add the at the beginning, right? And then plus the adjective and then EST at the end. All right, so we say the big. So we say the superlative, we see the biggest. We have here 2 stones here. but there is another stone which is the bigger one, right? The biggest one, right? So you say this is the biggest, right? We have to add the V at the beginning, right? And then biggest ist at the end, right? Of course, here we have to double the G because we got, you know, right, consonants between two vowels, right? Okay, good, right, nice. And then the last thing is of course, for the other ones, the adjectives that end in E, pour les adjectifs que déjà se terminent avec I, right? Alors on va ajouter quoi in the superlative form?
ST.
Only ST. We have here the large, and then we add ST, the largest. Great, very good. Okay, we add only ST. Great, good job. Now for the equality, it's very easy. The adjectives doesn't change. We just put it between as and as. All right, we have two stones, all right, which have the same size. All right, the same size. We say this stone number one is as big as the stone number two, right? Now, this is for short adjectives. For long adjectives now, we call them two or more, right? They consist of two or more adjectives. So what do we do to form the comparative? We need to add more plus the adjective and then plus then, because we are comparing two things again. Example, we said, what's the example that we have given, Rayane? We say? Yeah, two or more.
iPhone is more expensive than the Nokia.
Exactly, yes, great. If we have the Nokia that we have seen, of course, Nokia right now, there is no Nokia that costs like $800, right? Nokia is mostly great, cheap, great in terms of price. Okay, so we say here, let's say iPhone 14 or 15. iPhone, is there iPhone 15, Ryan? No?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, right. I haven't heard of that. Right. iPhone 15 and then Samsung Ultra 23. Which one do you think is more expensive than the other?
If you talk with the Samsung S23 Ultra and the iPhone 15 Pro Max, I think is the 15 Pro Max will take the price.
Oh, the Pro Max, because again, we got different models. Great, very good. So iPhone, right, 15, maybe Pro Max or whatever, right, is more expensive than, right, normal Samsung Ultra or normal Samsung 23, right? Good. Now, for the superlative form, we see the most. So the adjective, we don't change the adjective. It remains as it is without any change. What do we change? Is simply more. Here, more in the comparative, in the superlative becomes the most, right?
The most.
وشنو الاوريجين؟ شنو الاصل ديال هاد مور هادي قبل ما نصرفوها، قبل ما رايت نديروها في لا فورم كومباراتيف؟ It's much, right?
Much.
Voilà, nous avons much في la forme de base ديالها, right, normally. And then in the comparative we see more. In the superlative we see the most. Great, good. All right, now for the equality or equatives, it's very simple. It's the same for all the adjectives. So we have only to add as plus the adjective and then plus as. It's the same. There is no change when the adjective changes. Great. Okay, there is something around the documents has gone. Maybe great. My God. All right. Sometimes the Acrobat reader, right, gets okay, I think but there is an option here. Sometimes it gives me the message to restore the document. Great. فوالا مزيان هاد لوبسيون هادي ولات في الاكروبات مزيان. Great. كتعطيك فوالا بحال كيما الوورد دوكيومنت، كتعطيك الا تمشى لو دوكيومون سادلي غريت فجأة كيعطيك لو بوطون باش تريستوري. رايت فوالا الوغ رجعت الامور كيما كانت سو شونجمون واخا راه لو دوكيومون مشى طار. So very good. We see it's the same here, the same just like the other ones here. Okay, now let's move on to irregular. Now for the irregular, it's very easy. We say that we need just to learn them by heart. These are some examples. هادو بعض الأمثلة اللي عندنا here, Rayane. We have here good, right? So good in the superlative form. Alors on va savoir d'abord نشوفوا, great. Let's move on.
The best.
We say in the comparative form, d'abord, right? What do we say in the good? In the
better.
better, very good. B-E-T-T-E-R, better. Better than, of course, right? And then superlative, we say
The best.
the best. Equality or equatives?
Uh, as
كنرجعوا ديما لوريجين ديال l'adjectif, right? Yes. As
good
as good as, right? As good as. For example, we have, you know, right? iPhone, right? 14 is good, right? And Samsung Ultra 22 is good, right? So we say, all right, both are good, right? We say this mobile phone is as good as this mobile phone, right? Okay, both of them are good, right? Okay, that's fine. All right, so let's move on to see some examples. It's very important to know, to discover some examples of phrases of, I mean, you know, adjectives, and then we'll move to directly to practice. Great. Okay, here we go. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
There we go. Good. Now we have here some examples of adjectives. We got, you know, short form or short adjectives first. Short adjectives, it means one or only one syllable adjectives. So here we have, this is the origin form, the original or the original form of the adjective. I mean, the root or the base form. We got the example here, big. Comparative, we say bigger than. So we add ER. Superlative, we say the biggest. Equative, we say as big as. This house is as big as this house. They have the same, you know, size. Short. Comparative, we say shorter than. We add ER, right? Superlative, the shortest. As short as, right? Cheap.
Yeah.
Cheaper than, the cheapest, as cheap as. Small, you know, right? Look at this short here. There is a riddle. You know what it means, a riddle? Riddle.
No.
Riddle هي أحجية لغز. واحد اللغز كيقول, right? There is one word. This word, if you add two letters to this word, it becomes shorter. What is that word? It is the word short, right?
Short, yes.
كلمة short إلا زدتي جوج حروف كتولي أقصر. That means, right, shorter, right? Okay, it's short. Now, small, we got here again smaller, and the same thing can be said for small. All right, واحد الحاجة صغيرة إلا زدتي جوج الحروف زيد صغار. It's small. Smaller than, the smallest, and then as small as. Nice. Alors, nous avons un adjectif which ends in E. What we say, we add only R in the comparative. We say nicer than. The nicest, we add only ST.
ST.
As nice as, very good. Large, the same like nice. So we see here larger than, the largest, and then as large as. Smart, smarter than, the smartest, as smart as. Light, lighter than, the lightest, as light as. Do you notice me light here?
Yes.
What is it?
Light.
We're talking about adjectives, not the noun.
They talk about opacity.
What is it?
Opacity.
No, we're not talking here about the lights. ما كنهضرش على الضوء هنا ولا opacity, great, داكشي ديال التكنولوجي or Photoshop, great. No, light here, adjective, it means it's the paper is light. The paper light. But my mobile phone, the mobile phone is heavy. All right, light خفيف, great, yes, great. Light here كتعني خفيف, great. Okay, and then we have old, older than, the oldest, and then as old as. Now, your attention here, Rayane, we have an exception. عندنا استثناء للقاعدة هنايا, which is adjectives like heavy, happy. How many syllables are there? How many syllables?
Two. No?
Syllables, okay?
Two.
You're sure, it's great. إذا أنا خلفنا القاعدة, هناك استثناءات بحال heavy, happy, great, and so on. They consist of two syllables. However, we apply the same rule, just like you know, the rule for like the one for short adjectives. واخا هكا كنطبقوا عليهم القاعدة ديال short adjectives, والقاعدة الخاصة بهم هنايا, you know, adjectives that end in Y preceded by you know, right,
Consonants.
you know, consonants, what do? We say heavier. We delete or we replace y to I and then add er. We see heavier than, happier than. Superlative, what do? We omit y and then we add
IEST.
IEST. Great. The heaviest يعني الأثقل. The happiest الأسعد. The happiest you know, people or women or whatever, right? And then as heavy as or as happy as. When it comes to equatives, there is no problem. This is for short adjectives. For long adjectives now, as we said, 2 or more syllables, we have to add more. Examples: expensive, we say comparative form, we say more expensive than, more comfortable than. Here, these 2 slashes means than, right? I just don't have enough space to write them. More famous than, more dangerous than, more amusing, أكثر إمتاعا وتسلية, right? More amusing than. Superlative, we say the most, plus the adjective, the most comfortable, the most expensive, the most famous, the most dangerous, the most amusing. And for the equality, great, it's the same, just as plus the adjective plus as. Now, for irregular, number 2 right now, which is irregular adjectives, you just need to know some examples, and through the time you can get familiar with them. We got good. Comparative, we say, as we said, better than, the best, superlative, and then as good as for the equatives. Bad, all right, which is the opposite, right? So here the comparative, we say worse than, أسوأ من. هذا يقتضي ماذا؟ يقتضي أن الشيئين اللذين أو العنصرين اللذين أقيموا المقارنة بينهما كلهما سيئين، بجوج خايبين، بجوج سيئين، right؟ ماشي واحد مزيان وواحد خايب، ولا واحد مزيان وواحد أحسن منه، لا، كلهم بجوج خايبين. بحال واحد دوز امتحان مثلا, right? You took an exam and then you get one student took an exam and then get maybe you know, 5 out of 20. 5 out of 20, that's bad, right? And another student took an exam and then got 3 out of 20. Wow, 3 points out of 20, that's bad too, right? Okay, then اشترك شيئين, باش ندير مقارنة, يعني أن الشيئين اشتركا في صفة واحدة ولكن أحدهما زاد أو نقص, زاد ولا نقص على الآخر في تلك الصفة. إذا زاد كان نهضروا على صفة إيجابية, مزيان أحسن, رايت؟ كل هذا وجاب 15 على 20, هذا جاب 16 على 20, بجوج راه مزيانين ولكن هذا احسن بعد. اوكي, ولكن هنايا واحد جاب 3 على 20, هذا اسوأ من هذاك اللي جاب جرايت you know 5 على 20 جرايت. I would say worse than. The worst, this is the اسوأهم 1 على 20, right? 1 out of 20. And then as bad as, كلاهما سيئين, نقطة كلها بحال سيئة. Little. Here for the comparative, we say less than. Alors il devient, right, less than. The superlative, the least, الأقل. And then as little as, يعني قليل بحاله بحال هذه الكمية or whatever, right? Much. Le contraire, the opposite. Say more than. And here the superlative will say the most. And then as much as, it's mean, right, بنفس الكمية, right? Yes. I drink as much water as tea, for instance, great. I drink as much water as tea, great. Okay, here we go. Now, if it's clear for you right now, do you have any question regarding the rule? Okay, so here we go. Let's move to the practical tasks right now. Let's check the time. Okay, we still have just like 15 minutes. All right, so we'll do the correction. Oh my God, right? I think that one document hasn't been restored. All right, just give me 1 second. Great. Okay, I need to open the other document, adjective exercise. Yeah, okay, I get it, right? Okay, let me share the document right away. That's it, yes. All right, here we go. All right, now here we have a group of tasks. We have task A, task B, task C, and then task D, right? I just try to group, let's say, these adjectives, you know, in a way that makes it easy for you to understand, you know, and get familiar with the different forms of adjectives, especially the comparative and the superlative form. The equative form is very easy, right? Just as plus adjective plus as, right? Alors here, group A, you have short adjectives, and the form is the comparative form because we have here then, right? Okay, so short adjectives, comparative form. B, we have short adjectives, but superlative form because we have the before, right? So we need to add what you should add. For C, we got long adjective, comparative form because we have then, right? D, we got long adjectives, but superlative form. We got the before. All right, let's start with number one here. Tokyo is then Shanghai. We have your large.
Largest. Larger.
Larger. Great. So we're talking about the comparative form. Number two, Europe is then South America. Smaller. Excellent. Good. The Amazon River is then the Mississippi River.
Longer.
أطول. تمام. Great. Good. The Antarctica, we say the Antarctica is then Africa. We got cold. Colder, right? This is an area in the globe which is colder than Africa, right? The Caspian Sea is then Lake Michigan.
Deeper.
Excellent, good job. Brazil is then Norway.
Hotter. Double T.
What should we do here, Rayane?
Double T.
We got to double T, right? Yes, because it got consonants, right? You know, right, a vowel, and then right, we got to, you know, consonants between two vowels. Great. Now Andagoya, we got Andagoya here. Andagoya in Colombia is then Santiago in Chile.
Wetter.
Again, yes. All right, we got to double the consonant, wetter, right? The Atlantic, right, ocean is then the Mediterranean Sea.
Wider.
Yeah,
just R.
Oh yes, just R because we all have already E at the end. Very good. Okay, we got here next the Aconcagua, right? Aconcagua, right? Yes, the Aconcagua. It's a difficult word to pronounce. In South America is then McNally, right? In North America.
Taller.
Very good. Yes, great. The Niger River is then the Congo River.
Shorter.
Good job. Okay, good job. Now we finish with the short adjectives comparative form. Now let's move on to the superlative form here in group B. We got yes, what do we say here? I think they are quite similar, right? Words here. Yes, Antarctica is the place
coldest
on Earth, right? The coldest. Yes, very good. EST at the end. Okay, Vatican City is the country in the world.
Smallest
Great country in the world. Very good. The Atacama Desert in Chile is the place in the world.
Driest with I.
With DR, with IST at the end, right? We have to omit Y because it's preceded by a consonant here.
Consonant.
Mount Everest is the
tallest.
The tallest, guys. Very good. Yes, the tallest, guys. Mounts, right? Yeah, what does it mean here? Mounts.
Mountain.
It's a short form.
Mountain, yes, mountain.
Right? Okay. Let me draw a mountain for you here. This is a mountain. Right? Yes. Okay, that's fine. All right. Let's move on to number 5. The Nile River. نهر النيل river يعني النيل la rivière in Egypt is the longest أطول نهر في العالم in the world. Great. That's the Nile River in Egypt and Sudan. Great, and so on. Okay, Colca Canyon in Peru is the canyon deepest. Great, very good. Yes. Okay, Roe River, great, in Montana in USA is the river in the world. Shortest, great, river, great. Lake Titicaca, right? Titicaca is a lake, right? Yeah, Buhaira, Titicaca, right? In the Andes, right? Is the navigable highest. All right, the highest, very nice, right? The highest navigable, الأعلى, right, lake in the world. Now the place on earth is El Azizia in Libya, right? Hottest. hottest يعني البلاصة اللي حارة بزاف في العالم great هي في البلاصة سميتها العزيزية great في ليبيا great. The Pacific is the ocean in the world.
Widest. We add just
That's EST. Nice.
EST. Yes.
Excellent. Great. The Pacific يعني محيط ocean. Great. محيط الباسيفيك. Great. هو الأعرض في العالم. Great. Now, okay, we finished with short adjectives. Let's move to long adjectives. And now on with group C. Comparative form. Gold is then silver.
Expense. We can add more expensive than.
Good. We must add more, right? We are comparing. If we want to make a comparison of long adjective, what should we do?
More expensive.
More. We should add more. Yes, expensive. Very good. More expensive than great the Mississippi River. Great. Very good. Than silver. Okay. Reality TV programs are than chat shows.
More interesting.
More interesting. Very good. Yes. Next we have, okay, science is difficult, but methods is
more difficult.
More difficult, great. Do you think that, you know, science or math is more difficult than science? علوم حياة والأرض وكذا شيء ديال الأحياء حيوانات كذا.
I think the same as
They are as science is as difficult as math. Both of them are difficult.
Yes.
It's not that easy to, you know, to deal with the human body and understand and study the human body, right? Not just the human body, but you know, the living beings in general, الكائنات الحية عموما, les êtres vivants, right? It's not, you know, that's easy to understand. يعني واحد العالم ليس بالأمر السهل, right? أعقد من الرياضيات ورياضيات بحد ذاتها, right? تلقى في رياضيات, right? يعني بما فيه من تصميم وديزاين and so on. That's really amazing. I think that Halle Berry is than Sharon Stone. We have your beautiful.
More beautiful.
Beautiful, very good. Yes, more beautiful. Tigers are than crocodiles. You go dangerous.
More dangerous.
More dangerous. Very good, Ryan. Yes, very nice. Okay, here we go. We finished with the comparative form of the long adjectives, and let's move on to the group D, which has to do with the superlative form. Bears are the animals. We got here dangerous. Bears are
the most dangerous.
Very good, Ryan. Yeah, the most dangerous animals. يعني الحيوانات الأخطر, right, in the world, right? These are just statements, opinions, right? But to what extent they are true, right? This is questionable. Well, Rio de Janeiro is one of the cities in the world.
Most beautiful.
Most beautiful. Very nice. Good. The Bugatti Veyron is the powerful and expensive.
The most powerful.
Power. Yes, most powerful. You got powerful.
And the more expensive.
What?
And the more expensive car.
You see the more.
The most expensive car.
The most expensive, right? إذا عندنا عامل مشترك هنا يا ريان. شوية ديال الرياضيات. عندنا the most powerful, the most car. So إيش غنديروا إلا عندنا نفس عامل مشترك؟
We delete
هنا الفاكتور على برا ونديروا قوسين ونديروا العملية ديالنا. إذا غنخليو هذا most هو العامل وغنديروا powerful and ça veut dire plus, right? Quoi, right? Expensive. Voilà. إذا هكا ما كيعنيش أن expensive ما درنا لهاش the most لا, right? حتى هي عامل the most عامل مشترك لهاد الجوج, right? Just like this, right? As we بحال كما عندنا في mathematics, it's the same. بحال عندنا قوسين هنايا وعندنا plus, right? And هي زائد, right? And then we got another parenthesis here, right? Okay, two parentheses. Good job. Great. Let's move on to the next. American Idol. This is an American TV program. Is the TV show in America. Popular.
The most popular.
Most popular, right? يعني هو برنامج American Idol برنامج ولا واحد show, right? Which is the most popular يعني الأكثر شعبية in America, right? Okay, bungee jump is one of the adventures. You got excited?
Most exciting.
Most exciting. Very nice. Good job. The most exciting. Let me just write it correctly here. Most exciting. Great. The most exciting adventures. Very good. Right. Okay. So we've come to the end of this task related to adjectives and to the practice. Great. Well, Rayane, do you have any question regarding this lesson?
No.
No question. All right. Okay. So let me ask you maybe 3 questions, and then you tell me you answer these questions. Great. The challenge number 1, the question is, who is the best friend? Great for you. What's the name of your best friend?
My best friend is called Omar.
All right, my best friend is called Omar. I have one of my students online, great, is called Omar too. Great. Well, very nice. The question number 2 is, what is the most important thing for you?
The most important thing.
The most important thing
for me,
life in general.
hard work.
Hard work. Okay, that's fine. Great. Hard work, to work hard. Great. If you don't work hard, great, you can't get what you want. Great. You need to buckle down. Very nice. Good. The last question, and it's gonna be an easy question. Great, maybe. Oh, what is the most great? What is the most interesting online game for you? What's the most interesting, the most important online game for you? Do you play online games now?
Yes.
All right. Tell me
what's
the best one. It's maybe the most interesting for you, right? Yes.
The most interesting game for me is online game for me is Roblox.
Roblox. Okay, that's fine. I think we already studied the
the text
about Roblox. We did.
Yes.
All right. Did we do that?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine, guys, because I remember I have sent you documents, great, about that. Okay, that sounds good, Rayane, great. It's been nice talking to you today and meeting you, and I hope it's clear to me, great, that the lesson is well understood, great. Do you feel satisfied with the lesson, with the class?
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
It's clear to you, adjectives, regular, irregular, so on. Okay, that's very good. Okay, that's it for today. Have a good night and see you next time, inshallah. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
All the best.